Hello everybody, it is Briximus Prime back for another Transformers action figure video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Optimus Prime in a fursuit, Leo Prime, or as he's known in Japan, Leo Convoy. So let's just get right on into the review by starting with that packaging. And now taking a look at the packaging, we've got that amazing looking artwork right here at the front with that intimidating looking lion, Simba. Here on the side of the box, he's got his nice Optimus-looking face right there, and he's got the Maximal logo, and all these nice, bright and vibrant colors on the packaging. Always nice to see on the shelf. As you can see, my package did come in a little torn, a little dented, but hey, at least there's still the QR code right here. And when you open up the QR code, it's got a little GIF of Leo Prime, or Leo Convoy. It says his name is Leo Prime, he's a Maximal, he's a Supreme Commander, he's from the origin of the Beast Wars universe, his alt mode's Lion. And it says here that his target-seeking missiles launches a series of missiles and cannons inside his Lion main. Leo Prime comes off as harsh and militaristic, but on the inside, he's actually more gentle. In Evo Fusion deploys hidden claw blades that can slice through any known substance. And holy crap, strength 10, intelligence 10, speed 10, firepower 9. Leo Prime is absolutely stacked. Authentic Transformer! Here on the back of the packaging, got some obligatory product shots and Evo Fusion! Since this box is already pretty trash, I'll just... Leo Prime's only accessories that he includes is these two little blasters done in this yellow plastic. And honestly, there's nothing much to these because they really just look like hot dogs. You can either have him holding them very loosely on those tiny pegs, or the way how they prefer you to do it is to rotate out this piece of the main, and then you take one of the yellow hot dogs and you stick it right there in the little peg, and then he's got like a little arm cannon thing. You can do that on both arms, but honestly, I think this looks kind of ridiculous. So me, personally, I prefer to take these little slots right here and to just stick the guns right in there, and they actually disguise themselves within his main. Now, Leo Prime doesn't really have much in terms of accessories like you saw before, but he does have a couple of features, though. Like, for example, you can open up his chest right here, and it does have his Energon Matrix right there. I appreciate that the little blue the little blue matrix there is a blast effect peg, which means you can add blast effects to make it look like he's unleashing the power of the Matrix. Leo Prime also features, you just rotate the lion arms, and then after you rotate those, you flip out these little claws. And there you go, now he has an extra pair of claw accessories. And taking a look at Leo Prime's head sculpt here. I love that Optimus Prime looking head. The blue paint here looks really good. Again, the silver paint really adds highlights to the face. I would have liked light piping, but honestly, at this point, I'm glad that he still has eyes that are very visible. And overall, I like the extra details on the chest as well. The little Maximal logo, the bits of blue. Again, highlights of silver are always nice to see. He has highlights of gold and gunmetal gray on his crotch with that little blue right there. And overall, his arms and everything look pretty good, except, okay, let's address the elephant, or I guess the lion, in the room. There is a lot of kibble on this guy. There is no hiding the fact that there is a lot of kibble on this guy. But in full honesty, the kibble here actually gives this guy quite a lot of heft. Because this guy does not come with a whole lot of accessories, a lot of that budget that would have gone into his individual accessories instead went into the figure itself, and he feels very weighty and chunky. Kind of an unofficial size comparison here, but as you can see, the two figures are basically roughly the same height, Tarn just being a little bit taller, but the main difference here is that Tarn actually feels lighter than Leo Prime does. Look how chunky Leo Prime is compared to Tarn. My main complaint on the Tarn figure is that he didn't seem chunky enough. He seems way too flat, where, as you can see, Leo Prime really looks and feels like he has Voyager-class budget put into this guy. Again, the gunmetal gray and the red and blue highlights. He's got the golden toes right there. And overall, I don't think the figure looks that bad. I even like some of the little hair detail here for the lion mane, and it always somehow manages to look natural. Except I do have one qualm with the lion head here. I'm not really a big fan of the dead gold eyes, but the main problem here is I'm not really getting that whole fierce lion look that I was on the packaging. This looks more like the, you know, the... Something that I also found really surprising is that the posability is actually pretty good on this guy. He's got a nice ball joint at the head with a slight transformation hinge, which allows him to look up and down slightly. His head can rotate a full 360, and that's basically about it. His shoulder pads can shift and move all over the place to accommodate for the shoulder articulation, which can move in and out. Rotate a full 360. He does have a bicep swivel, 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Sadly, no wrist swivel. They just hinge up and down due to transformation. And then obviously I mentioned about this transformation joint here. Same thing on this shoulder. This one can also move out and rotate. It also has an extra flap right here to accommodate for the extra posability. He does get a unhindered, really nice and tight waist swivel. Hips can rotate forward. They can rotate back. They can rotate very far out. He does get a mid-thigh swivel, slightly over 90 degrees, but basically 90 degrees of bend here at the knee. Would have liked for this to have been deeper. He does have a swivel here due to transformation, and then he does get a very decent ankle pivot. So I'm really happy with how the articulation came out on this guy. Again, even though he does have all this kibble and everything, again, it is accurate kibble, and also it doesn't get in the way of any articulation, so I think that's definitely a plus with this figure. Just wrapping up that bit of comparison from earlier, here he is with the Legacy Evolution Tarn. Here he is with another four-legged cat former from Beast Wars, the Kingdom Tigertron. And then here he is with another Transformers Japanese lion transformer, the Victory Leo. And then here he is with another red, white, and blue and yellow Optimus Prime lookalike, the HasLab Star Saber. Again, that's another weird thing I noticed. A lot of Autobots seem to share the same color scheme of red, white, blue, and yellow. Especially when they're characters from Japan for some reason. Anyway, let's get into Leo Prime's transformation. Now taking a look at Leo Prime's Lion mode here, I actually think it looks pretty good. Also, I actually think the kibble has been managed on this mode better than it was on the Masterpiece figure. As great as that figure was. The Masterpiece was going for animation accuracy, which of course it is, it's a masterpiece, but this figure aims to be more like a realistic lion. Like if you look across the figure, there's this realistic fur texturing going across it. Same thing goes here for the mane, and then he does have those tiny little guns right there. And yeah, honestly, I've got no complaints for the lion mode. It's just the face that looks a little unnerving. I guess we'll now get into the articulation here. He does have a opening jaw at the mouth. Sadly, it doesn't look like he's roaring. It looks more like he's... And then he doesn't really have a whole lot of posability of the head due to transformation, sadly, even though there was posability for this head in the robot mode. I think that could have been done a little bit better. There is a hinge joint here at the tail, mostly due to transformation, but you can move it around if you need to. These legs can shift around on these ball joints right here, but they don't do much. These can go forward and back. He does have a swivel at the shin, and then you can have him using these as some kind of an attack while he's in his lion mode. His back hips can rotate some. They can move in and out still. He does still have the thigh swivel, double jointed knees right back there. Is that his knee? He has those swivels right there at the calf, and then he still obtains his ankle pivot. So pretty good articulation on this guy. It's just, again, the head sculpt is mostly just what really throws me off. When you connect the two guns here, it looks like he has a pair of guns, but to get the full effect, you see he actually has these extra flip-out weapons right here. Whoa, he's got more guns! I completely caught you guys off guard. I totally did not forget they were there this whole time. And then Leo Prime also comes with these little pistols here, which actually do have handles. They don't look that much like hot dogs, and they also can take little blast effects as well, and you do get two of these. Anyway, that's it for the accessories. So yeah, the Leo missiles slash guns feature here does look pretty good. And now for comparisons, here is Leo Prime with Tarn in his tank mode. Here's Victory Leo with another Japanese character who also happens to be a lion, the Autobot Victory Leo.
I totally said his name twice.
And then, to flex on you, here is the HasLab Star Saber in his V-Star Jet mode. So anyway, that is it for the comparisons. So yeah, that is basically it for my review on the Transformers Legacy Evolution Leo Prime. He looks accurate, the detail is on par, it's on point, the built-in claw weapons, and he has the Energon Matrix. I do wish he maybe had the Lion Typhoon move where the main spins, but again, it's all for the sake of detail and for the lion head to look more natural. This figure has turned a lot of people off because it looks very kibbly, but it doesn't bug me all that much. Like, I honestly do not mind the kibble at all. I think it actually works as a plus for the figure to make him feel more bulky, chunky, like, you know, it feels like he's worth your money that you're spending for this figure. And yeah, I also think the Lion mode is also really well done. It's a very nice Beast mode. I just wish that the actual face itself actually portrayed what was on the front of the box. If I had to give him a rating, I give him a very solid 9 out of 10. Again, tiny little nitpicks that push him back just a little bit, but he is still a great figure. I actually have had a lot of fun posing this guy around just as much as Tarn. I do highly suggest that you pick him up if you get the chance to. So that is basically it for this review. If you guys liked it, give me a like on the video. Comment down below what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel for more Transformers and action figure videos, and I'll catch you guys next time.